because we're going to be diving straight in as both players have already picked their stage, their decks, and we are heading to Thunder Point. This is going to be an exciting one. Hold on. I'm also setting up questions so I can interview later. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we got some pretty heavy cards to start with Shelly and Donnie for a very phenomenal Pierce. This is like a very strong combo. Base is already cleanly protected by Shiver. And Shelly and Donnie going to go for like an immaculate Pierce. Like, Aaron's got his base covered and is already going in to invade another spot. Ljovynn making a nice call here to just go for some defense and is kind of trying to section off that top corner. Just keep a little bit of space for himself to be able to work with. But that's going to be a nice play to pierce through, cause some disruption, just contest more turf. We do have a good block from Ljovynn though, which confirms that he gets like something. He gets something to control. Big man, definitely a really good play, really strong play here. We get at least one special, and there's plenty of time and room to be able to get that last special block, or those other two special blocks charged and clashed or set up. Ljovynn has a good chunk of room to be able to get some special farming of his own going. And he's already got two specials set up, so he's definitely not in a bad place. Going in for an interesting base building option. You know he's got a couple of cards laying in the wayside. Maybe even a Tri-Slosher of his own, just seeing how that kind of fits in there. Because a standard Tri-Slosher would fit perfectly in that space. Looking at the score, it is 2 apiece, as neither really has that dominant of a lead. Both have some very strong contention and that little bit of turf controlled. I'd say Ljovynn's doing a bit better, as his home turf has a little more room to work with, where Aaron's fast running out. But oh, that clean spotting it, and he was just like, no, that goes there. That just goes there. Let's see what Ljovynn gets going. Oh, there's that combo. Yeah, I was talking about that space, and he is utilizing it phenomenally. As much as I like that scope, yeah, we've got a 9-point lead for Ljovynn and 2 special advantage. Aaron needs to be able to, like, make some big plays, and I honestly like this Octobrush. Just me personally, I dig it. Balances things out. We got 2 more special. He has less special to work with, which is a shame, but you know what? The other way would have worked so much better if he caught the Squiffer. If he caught the Squiffer! He would have got his special. I know Aaron's like, because it's possible that we'll have to see how things go, but it is entirely possible that, yeah, that would have saved him 1 point. So right now it would be 92 versus 90, and he would have 1 special. So we're gonna keep this in mind. This is one of those things where it's like, I don't fully see going for a read on something like that, but at the same time, I saw that spot. I'm like, he probably has a play there for how he set that up. I feel like I would have wanted to try to put my special block there. Ouroboros. Ooh, against the passive Boris. Okay, it wasn't gonna make a difference. It wasn't gonna make a difference. But in a timeline, in a world, I would like to think it would. And that's what's important. Ljovynn taking the first game against Aaron. I don't know what Aaron's gonna do now. I wanna go to a new stage. We're going to a new stage. Let's go. We're going to Cracker Snap. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen this stage actually be played on, so I am maybe a little excited. Just a little. There it is. There's the graphic. Like, as you can see, it's pretty well divided, and it has a lot of ways to break through to your opponent's side, but you have to position really well. Which tells me that we've got some sick, nasty decks being cooked to be able to do just that, and that is exactly what's going on here. Octobrush to break in. I wanted it to fit in the captain so badly. It's made for the spot, but it was not going to be. Considering the Octopod as a defensive tool, I feel like Ljovynn's gonna want to push, and if this is not set up well, it's gonna just break through the Octopod though. Like, Ljovynn's probably got some kind of aggressive play. And that's literally what we get. We get the Tri-Stringer. Despite it being a Clash, he manages to perfectly squeak through. A mighty play from a mighty player. I like the Octavio. I don't feel like it needs to be dropped yet, but it could be if he's struggling to find other things to do, which I'm taking it is the situation. Kind of wanting to see a bit more of a play for points right now, consider like that Tentatek is really not going to be doing much, and does points wise put him in the back heel by quite a bit. But I mean, I think he's getting paid out for it. As much as I wanted that little jet to be played, this is definitely the better play of the two. Missing a line piece to be able to get the special off of that bottom piece, which could be read as a misplay in deck building, but also I fully understand and respect the idea that of all the stages, this is definitely one of them that's like would be really hard. Can be hard to like make sense of a line piece. Both players passing as we hit the 5-turn mark. Both are pretty much tied right now. Oh, that is a beautiful Toxic Mist. Guaranteed special 5 points. Really good spot for a special to be utilized. Granted, we do have the Octobrush as well, which is also providing a great option. But we kind of need something in that top area. And we are kind of lacking in that front. You could play the Ink line right now, but that's not really gonna do too much. And risks getting countered. Gonna charge in. Hype Manta Storm. Definitely a good turn to play this. Risk having to pass the next turn, but you know what? Actually, would the Breadcrumb dude be better? No, because you're probably gonna have to pass it anyways. Unless... if we got the bucket would be a play. Oh no, the bucket will get at a special no matter what. This is banking. Okay, I see what's going on. This is banking on getting that bucket. Actually, I think both pieces work. Yeah, I see what's going on. Aaron's confident that both pieces should work. So we are going for the big play. We're getting as many points as possible. We get the probably the better of the two options, the ballpoint. Worth that one more point. Gets his special, and he's going to be able to pop a 3-12 on the final turn. While getting 10 on here. Ljovynn's going to be able to set himself up with a good lead if he can find a 3-12 spot to play this and get his special. I don't think he has that chance. But he does get the points lead. He's going to... He just has to play, like, something that gets some good stage control. I like that play. I think that's it. Might be a pass from... No, we got the S blast. But I don't think that's enough. I think Aaron's got the first game. He's got the first game! Aaron setting up with a 1-0 or 1-1 score against Ljovynn. Excellent plays, excellent calls on Cracker Snap. Like, there were a lot of points where that was a very scary bout. But Aaron was able to hold true and carry through. Setting himself up with a... or balancing out the score to 1-8 piece. And it looks like we are going to be heading to the squared next. I'm sure both players have their decks already set and planned out for this. So we can just hop right into things. They're taking a lot longer than I anticipated, but that's okay. That just means that there's a lot on the line to them. And they want to make the right play. This is always such a... This is such a chaotic stage. Definitely, like... It's so easy for things just to get out of hand here. I mean, things just are out of hand. There's never a situation where things are really clean and cut. But as we immediately start off with a clash, which means that corner is actually still up for contention. Very greedy push here. I'm expecting Ljovynn to go for something down that downside, but this does mean that Aaron is able to contest the gnarly Eddie spots. Like, immediately. And you know, like, Ljovynn had a pretty rough opening from the looks of things. Like, that E-leader is pretty cool, it's pretty decent, but it's not having the impact that Dynamo had, so I can imagine what's taking Ljovynn so long is he is trying to come up with, like, what is the best play in this situation. It's going to be a splatter scope. He will be able to break through, and is still in this... I would just destroy the Eddie spot. I would just be like, no, we're not... You don't get to play that. Interesting attempt, and actually a reward as he takes away about 6 of Ljovynn's points there, and taking up a huge chunk of that corner. Looks like we are probably going to lose, or Aaron's going to lose his gnarly Eddie spot this turn, unless Eddie was top decked or something of the sorts. So again, that was a really good football play, but I feel like at this point, it would have been better just to go for the push. And you can see Ljovynn was like anticipating something there too. That would have been a really scary play in that situation. But both playing it safe, covering their turf well, Considering the crab this early and quickly pushing through with it, we do get some contention. We do actually break through because it's a cheaper card, which means he has that stage. Oh, he still had it. But like, that's a really interesting crab. Didn't even get any special off of it. It felt like a desperate play. Out comes the other power crab. Playing off of the first one, guaranteeing a special block and getting a lot of needed points off of that. This is just a quick and wild back and forth. Like, Aaron's running dry on his options. I don't think he has too many good things to really work with from here on. So he's going to quickly start fizzling out. So all of his plays really need to, like, everything he does from here on need to have some huge impact. Like, build up special, more than just one. I don't feel like this one special is going to be enough unless Ljovynn passes. Ljovynn might pass, actually. I forgot. The stage is a complete disaster right now. There's no room to do anything. It's entirely possible unless Ljovynn has a small play of his own that he's just going to be forced to pass, which that would be 2 more points for Aaron. He gets a special to keep up with Ljovynn. Ooh, but an early Steel Eel is going to break through. Get some specials going on for both players here. And pushes Ljovynn just ever so slightly into the lead. You looking at... I think I see what he's looking at. There's a really good area, it feels like there might be a really good area for Gnarly Eddie up there. And that, yeah, he's gonna go look for that. Or try to go for some kind of special farm? Needs to be able to get 3 special off on this, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's possible. He's gonna recognize that he doesn't like the spot he's in, so he is going to concede, and Ljovynn will be able to take this 2-2-1. Setting himself up further in the lead. I like how the side order just gave people a bunch of square icons. So, like, a lot of, like, these tags now just have colored squares on them. It's not even, like, showing off achievement. It feels more like, these are my favorite colors. And I like that. I like that a lot. Heading to a wild stage pick. We are going to Sticky Thicket. A stage that I still have yet to wrap my brain around. This is definitely one of those stages too. Like, if you get a defense here, your defense is impenetrable. Or at least that's what it feels like. I have no idea how you're supposed to play around this place. Oh, managing to pierce through with a cheap Kraken Royale. A very, like, that felt like it wasn't the best play he could have made, but it definitely paid. Oh my goodness! That positioning was perfect to stop the special from functioning. Like, there's still a way for Aaron to get through, and I kind of want to see him do that. But, like, this is scary. It's a spicy clash. Like, Ljovynn getting 2 heavy reads in a row, essentially. I can only imagine what Ljovynn's got cooking now. I would suspect is somewhat confident that he's not going to have his turf invaded. I do want to see that tri-stringer go up to the top corner, like in Ljovynn's space, because it should fit in there. Yeah, it actually would fit kind of snugly and allow him to start, like, terrorizing. I feel like this play has cost him the game. Like, I know I said I don't want to be the one to jump to conclusions and stuff, but missing out on that tri-stringer... 1, 2, ... 1, 2... Yeah, no, it would have fit. Ooh! Managing to get the specials off regardless. Yeah, yeah, he's trying to push through there, but he completely forgot about that opening over there. Yeah, I think he's realizing that he's like, I could have put the tri-stringer over there. Considering what would be the better way to break through, now it's a little too late. Good defense from Ljovynn. And it's forced Aaron to put in a pretty weak turn 7? Four turns left. We are going to go for a mad push to break in, but it doesn't seem like it's going to fit, so... I mean, that one technically does. You get some good points off of it, too. You take away 7 of his, you get a clean 12. But Marina's going to take the step down, and yeah, just as expected, Ljovynn claims that turf. I don't know what happened. Okay, there it goes. But, yeah, no, I feel like missing out on that tri-stringer and putting it down there, that's going to cost Aaron. Or that costed Aaron greatly. Because... if you look at that tri-stringer right there, it's not doing anything. He didn't get a special off of it. He didn't get a push off of it. That space is kind of awkward and was probably not going to really be used anyways. Where if he put that up on that turn, he could have shut down everything Ljovynn just did. But because of that one major misplay, he's definitely, like, he's ran out of options. Try to get something where he gets a special. So that he can 2-3-2. Any kind of play. I think that would be it. But it's, I mean, it's not great, but... it's decent. It does about the same job. And because of that, now he can get a perfect 312 counter. I don't think he can bring it back, though. Yeah, 9 point is going to be probably enough to keep Ljovynn in the lead in this situation. And will set him to advance to winter finals. Get that tri-stringer. If he had just played that up there, I'm pretty sure this game would have been a completely different story.